Okay, hello students, welcome to the class. So today we are going to discuss the topic that is non-formal education. So today the class that we are doing, that is a revision class. Okay, because we already discussed the whole chapter of non-formal education. Okay, and one specific point of this non-formal education, that is correspondence education, we already revised. Another distance education, open university, already perfectly discussed. Yes or no? So now with this class we proceed with a quick revision of everything related to this non-formal education. So let's start this revision. Okay, first we have the meaning of non-formal education. So in my offline classes we discussed that the meaning of non-formal education is nothing but education by sitting at home. Yes or no? Education that is available for everyone, and mainly this education system for the deprived section of the society. Okay, the people who are engaging in any jobs and wants to continue their education, they can join non-formal education. Okay, it is totally learner centric education. Okay, here age flexibility is there, time flexibility is there. Here students can learn according to their own choice. Here students can study according to their own will. Isn't it? Here the students can join these types of education system voluntarily. Okay, and here emphasis has been given to the dropout students, mainly to the students who wants to continue their education or who eager to study. Okay, and it is quite similar with formal education system, but it is outside the formal education system. It is organized education system. Okay, so let's see what are the major points will come regarding the meaning of this education system. Okay, so first point that we have education for adults and children. Secondly, we have focus on the deprived section of the society. Thirdly, learner centric. Outside the formal system of education, focus to dropouts and working class of people. It is a flexible education system, organized system of education, and sitting at home. So these are some major points which you need to include regarding the meaning of non-formal education. Okay, so here we have some pictures on the slide. Okay, the first picture, the second one, and the third one, that from children to these adults to old people, everyone can join non-formal education. It is for all. Okay, next we have the characteristics of non-formal education. So the first characteristic that we have, that non-formal education is an education system which is outside the school organization or outside the school system or outside the formal education system. Here education given to the students to improve their vocational efficiency and to make education functional literacy. Okay, so here functional literacy means when you people apply your education, when you people apply your literacy to the society, to your practical life, then we can say that it is functional literacy. For example, তুমি পঢ়িলা, ফৰ এক্সাম্পল তুমি ক্লাছ 10 পঢ়িলা, তাৰপিছত তুমি ক্লাছ 10ৰ সেই যিখিনি টপিক তুমি পঢ়িলা সেইখিনি যেতিয়া তুমি তোমাৰ জুনিয়ৰ ষ্টুডেণ্ট এটা শিকাব পৰা হবা, তেতিয়া আমি কম এইটো ফাংচনেল লিটাৰেসি। ঠিক আছে, মানে আমি যি বস্তু পঢ়িলো, যি বস্তু আমি শিকিলো, আমি সেইখিনি যেতিয়া আমি এপ্লাই কৰিম প্ৰেক্টিকেল ফিল্ডত, তেতিয়া হ'ব এইটো ফাংচনেল লিটাৰেসি। Okay, next we have, it is an open-ended process of education with lots of discussion, sharing, exploring, analyzing, and judging, etc. Okay, it is well planned. There may or may not be definite course of curriculum. Okay, time to complete might be flexible. As we said, entry, exit, course duration, students actually examination system, all are flexible because it is non-formal education system. Okay, it is not formal education system. Okay, agencies such as government, management, etc. are involved. Okay, here in non-formal education, different types of government, different types of management authorities, etc. are involved. Okay, next, there is no age limit or barrier to undergo with non-formal or to undergo non-formal education system. Age or কোনো barrier নাথাকিব ইয়াত. Okay, so next we have exams may or may not be conducted. Okay, exams may or may not be conducted. Fees may not always be paid. It is a voluntary mode of education. The student has the choice to take up what interests him. So voluntary mode of education, non-formal education is a mode of education where you can pay attention according to your own choice. Okay, here your willingness is very important. If you willing to pay education, actually willing to pay interest, if you are interested to any subject according to your interest level, according to your willingness, you can choose a subject. Okay, next we have, it does not get as much as respect and recognition as compared to formal education. Okay, formal education or jitu respect পায়, formal education jitu society eta viewpoint আছে hetu ইয়াত আমি নাপাওঁ. ঠিক আছে, sometimes difficult to get jobs. Work experience is given weightage here. Okay, courses may be full-time or part-time. Earning and learning at the same time is available or allowed here in non-formal education. It is more practical and useful for day-to-day life than the theory-based formal education. Emphasis is on self-learning. So these are some specific characteristics available on the slide. Okay, when we follow the two slides, we can understand the specific characteristics of non-formal education. So what you need to do, you need to keep the important points that we have. For example, 15 to 16 characteristics. Among these 15-16 characteristics, you need to find out the important and suitable and the characteristics which are very interested to you, because in your examinations you not need to write 16 or 17 characters at a time. If the question will come for 10 marks, 6 marks, whatever the marks, for that purpose, according to the marks, you need to point or you need to put the characteristics. So you need to choose some specific, focused or interested characteristics which help you people to write in your examinations. Okay, so you need to choose the characteristics according to your own choice. Okay, that মই এইটো characteristic ভাল পাইছো, মই একটা এইটো characteristic মোৰ হুনকালে মনত ৰব. So I will put these characteristics when the question will come that mention the characteristics of non-formal education. Okay, no doubt. Okay, next slide. We have the objectives of non-formal education. Though we discussed in our formal classes inside the classroom when we were offline, but here, as because of pandemic, we are offline, actually online. So online, and it is a revision class. For that purpose, what we need to do, just need to find out or understand or actually specify the specific objectives to remember what we already done. Okay, so first that we have enable maximum out of school children from 9 to 14 years and attend the non-formal stream. So as you know that the first objective of this education system to find out the out of school children between this age group. Okay, between this age group, and provide them education under this non-formal education is the objective of this education system. Next, to provide education related to basic skill, reading, writing and general mathematics to the students, so that the students can at least learn the basic skills of education. Then we can say that ABCD of education system. Okay, next, to enable them about the how to handle actually different tools and techniques that are available in the society at present. Because of this pandemic, we have to actually understand different types of online teaching materials. We have to study how to actually proceed with Google Meet, how to follow others actually Google Classroom, or different types of actually tools and techniques that are available in this pandemic situation. And also we need to understand how can we apply different types of tools and techniques in education. For example, how to we search in YouTube for our own benefit, how to actually use the smart boards, how can we proceed with slides, how can we prepare PPTs, how can we follow the other mode of education system, for example MWOC, massive online open courses. So these are some examples of tools and techniques that are available at present, and how can we people apply, use this, and how can you people handle these types of tools and techniques in the system of education. That is a objective of non-formal education, because non-formal education provides that platform to the students so that the students can easily be able to use these types of tools and techniques. Okay, next we have to make socially morally active towards the national values and ideas. So the objective of non-formal education is to non-formal education, that to make the students socially and morally active towards the national values and ideas. Okay, next, to develop fundamental habits, manners, etiquettes to manifest healthy and safe living standards. To endorse proficiency is their expertise concerning their personal goals and objectives to make themselves sufficient. So these are the some specific objectives of non-formal education. And when the question will come in your examination, then explain the objectives of non-formal education. For that purpose তুমি কি কৰিব লাগিব যে ইয়াৰ স্পেসিফিক পয়েন্টস খিনি তুমি এড কৰিব লাগিব, আৰু স্পেসিফিক পয়েন্টস খিনি তুমি এড কৰাৰ পাছত এক্সপ্লেইন যদি কৰিব গৈছা তুমি ক্যাৰেক্টাৰস খিনি ওয়ান বাই ওয়ান এক্সপ্লেইন কৰিব লাগিব, অবজেক্টিভ খিনি ওয়ান বাই ওয়ান এক্সপ্লেইন কৰিব লাগিব। যেতিয়া কোৱেশ্চনটো এক্সপ্লেইন বুলি আহিব, লাগিলে ক্যাৰেক্টাৰিষ্টিক্স হওক, লাগিলে মিনিং হওক, লাগিলে এনিথিং, ইফ দ্য কোৱেশ্চন উইল কাম that explain the non-formal education, then you have to explain by putting the sub points, by putting the important points. You need to explain the important points. Here in case of objective, you need to explain the important points, or you need to explain the specific objectives one by one. Okay, that is the way how to write the actually questions, how write the answers of any questions which is related to 4 marks, 6 marks, whatever. Okay, so these are some specific objectives. So আমি যদি as a whole চাও যে আমাৰ অবজেক্টিভ কি আছে, যে আমি কেনেকৈ শিকিব লাগে, বেসিক স্কিলস ষ্টুডেন্টক প্রভাইড কৰিব লাগে, ড্ৰপ আউট ষ্টুডেন্টখিনি এডুকেশ্যন প্ৰভাইড কৰিব লাগে, নতুন নতুন টুলছ এণ্ড টেকনিক আহিছে সেইখিনি কেনেকৈ ইউটিলাইজ কৰিব লাগে, প্ৰেক্টিকেলি চাব লাগে, সোসাইটিক কেনেকৈ ধৰণে আমি আপগ্ৰেড কৰিব পাৰি, তাৰ কাৰণে আমি কি কি কৰিব লাগে ফৰ দ্য ইম্প্ৰুভমেণ্ট অফ দ্য নেশ্যন, আমি নিজৰ লাইফটো কেনেকৈ ষ্টেণ্ডাৰ্ড কৰিব পাৰি উইথ দ্য হেল্প অফ এডুকেশ্যন। দিজ আৰ অবজেক্টিভস অফ নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন। ইউ নিড টু ষ্টাডি অল দিজ থিংস, then you can write the answers perfectly. Okay, next we have the scope of non-formal education. So আমি যদি scope or কথা কওঁ, when we talk about scope, so scope means কি, যে আমি ইয়াৰ ভিতৰত কি কি ইনক্লুড কৰো, আমি কেনেকা ধৰণৰ টপিক, কেনেকা ধৰণৰ পইণ্টছ আমি স্কোপৰ একচুৱেলি ইনক্লুড কৰো। সো আণ্ডাৰ নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন আমি কি পঢ়ো, বা আমি কি কাক প্ৰিভিলেজ দিওঁ, বা আমি কি কি ধৰণৰ বস্তু ইয়াত ইনক্লুড কৰো। সো ফাৰ্ষ্ট উই হ্যাভ distance education. So under non-formal education we have distance education, correspondence education, open school and open university, rural population, women both rural and urban, school dropout, out of school youth, unemployed and underemployed, underprivileged youth and adults who wants to upgrade their existing qualifications, the handicapped. So these are the specific points, or we can say these are the specific contents which actually included in non-formal education. So non-formal education includes or studies about all this, or non-formal education provides the platform to these people, or we can say these courses, these topics included under non-formal education. Therefore we can say it is the scope of non-formal education, because in the scope of non-formal education we can add these types of points, or these types of actually specific people. So rural population, for example, আমি rural populationক education provide কৰিব লাগে, that is a scope of non-formal education. কাৰণ rural populatione কি হয়, formal classrooms হয় যাব নোৱাৰে because of different regions, women both rural and urban. So কিছুমান urban আৰু rural যিখিনি উমেন আছে উমেনখিনি বিভিন্ন ৰিজনৰ কাৰণে ফেমিলি ইছ্যুছৰ কাৰণে ফেমিলি কিছুমান সাৰ্কামস্টেন্সৰ কাৰণে they can't go to the formal education institution because of many reasons, not only family reasons, maybe some other reasons, from financial crisis, from actually societal rules and norms. So for that purpose, providing education to these kind of people is very very important. So non-formal education includes all these people, all this education system under its scope. Okay, so when the question will come that explain the scope of non-formal education, you need to first put these points as what, as headings, subheadings, or after that you need to explain everything perfectly. Okay, no doubt. Okay, next, the need of non-formal and education. So why non-formal education is important? As a question mark? Yes, as I already discussed in my offline classes, or when we discuss the need of non-formal education, just here a quick revision for the need of non-formal education, that to universalize elementary education, okay, to cope with the limited resources, to serve the scattered and scarcely populated areas, to meet the inadequacies of formal education, to enable the peoples to learn while they earn, to meet the needs of the late bloomers, to provide education to economically deprived classes of the society. So these are the need, means to provide education, to make elementary education universalized for everyone, that every people can afford, every people can improve their education status by engaging themselves in any educational institution or any other course of non-formal education. Therefore the first point, that universalize the elementary education sobor karone hobo lage, that every people can have education, tar karone first point. The non-formal education er prothom need hol je non-formal education e ki kore, sobor karone elementary education provide koribo. The to cope with the limited resources, to cope with the limited resources. Okay, so আমি জানো যে ফর্মাল এডুকেশন ইনস্টিটিউশনৰ ফৰ আমাৰ লিমিটেড ৰিসোৰ্স থাকে, বা আমি নন ফৰ্মাল এডুকেশন আন্ডাৰত যদি যাওঁ তাতো লিমিটেড ৰিসোৰ্স থাকে। এটা আমি কেনেকৈ হে লিমিটেড যিখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স থাকে, লিমিটেড আমাৰ যিখিনি টিচিং মেটেৰিয়েলছ থাকে, বা আমাৰ লাৰ্নিং টুলছ থাকে, বা ইনষ্টিটিউচন থাকে, বা আমাৰ বিল্ডিংছ থাকে, সেইখিনি মাজত আমি কেনেকৈ কোপ আপ কৰিব লাগে, সেইখিনিৰ লগত আমি এডজাষ্ট কৰি কেনেকৈ চলিব লাগে, কেনেকৈ পঢ়িব লাগে, হাউ কেন উই প্ৰচিড উইথ অল দ্য লিমিটেড ৰিসোৰ্স, ইট ইজ ভেৰি ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট. If these things are very very important, it means what? That we need to proceed with all the limited resources. We have to cope with the limited resources that are available. Okay, so this is very very important, and this is a need of the non-formal education, that non-formal education helps to utilize the limited resources so that the people will cope with that situation or with that education system. Okay, next we have to serve the scattered and scarcely populated areas. So we know that at present in the city, in this country, it is about 130 plus crore people. So if we want to provide education to all these people, for that purpose what we need to provide education to every people. We need to improve the education status, to provide education to the remote areas as well as the areas where population is very high. Okay, so provide, it is very very important of this education system. Next, to meet the inadequacies of formal education. Okay, so formal education কি হয়, আমি যিখিনি inadequacies থাকে, যিখিনি একচুয়ালি প্ৰবলেম থাকে, বা ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন যিখিনি ৰুলছ এণ্ড ৰেগুলেশ্যন থাকে, সেইখিনিতো আমি সব ফলো কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ, সেইমতে যাব নোৱাৰোঁ। এতিয়া ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যনৰ লগত আমি যদি যাব নোৱাৰোঁ, সব বস্তু চাব নোৱাৰোঁ, ডেট মিনছ কি ক'ব, আমি ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যনৰ এগেইনষ্টত আহি বা আউটসাইড দ্য ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন আমি কেৱল এটা এডুকেশ্যন চিষ্টেম ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিব লাগিব ন। যেতিয়া ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যনৰ কিছুমান ৰুল থাকে যে এটেণ্ডেঞ্চ ইজ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট, বাট নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যনে কি কৰিব, এটেণ্ডেঞ্চটো ডাজ নট মেটাৰ। তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ যিখিনি inadequacies থাকে ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যনৰ, সেইখিনি ক'ত পাব, নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন। অ'কে, নেক্সট, টু ইনেবল দ্য পিপলছ টু লাৰ্ণ হুৱাইল দে আৰ্ণ, পঢ়িও থাকিব লগতে আৰ্নিঙো কৰিব। এইটো কোনে প্ৰভাইড কৰিব, নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন। To meet the needs of the late bloomers. So here late bloomers means the people who wants to continue their education after realizing that they are wasting their time in some other activities. For example, মই ক্লাছ 10 পাছ কৰিলো তাৰপিছত মই সৰু স্মল কিবা আৰ্নিং ইনষ্টিটিউচনত সোমাই গলো তাৰপিছত মই কি কৈছো যে মই ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰিছো মই অনলি ক্লাছ 10 পাছ কৰাই সাফিচিয়েন্ট নহয় I want to continue my education. Then that person realized that more 10 pass is not sufficient for me and I want to continue my education. That means they are known as late bloomers. যে পাছত ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰে যিসকল ষ্টুডেণ্ট পাছত ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰে যে মই আৰু পঢ়িব লাগে মই আৰু ইমপ্ৰুভ কৰিব লাগে মোৰ কেৰিয়াৰ they are late bloomers. আৰু সিহঁতৰ যিখিনি নিডছ থাকে সেই নিডছখিনি ক'ত ফুলফিল হ'ব নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন Okay, next, to provide education to economically deprived classes of the society. To education কাক দিবৰ কথা কৈছে ইয়াত deprived classes যিখিনি society deprived classes society সেইখিনি এডুকেশ্যন প্ৰভাইড কৰিব লাগে কাৰণ সেই ডিপ্ৰাইভ ক্লাছখিনি কি হয় ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন আহিব নোৱাৰে বিভিন্ন ৰিজনৰ কাৰণে আৰু যদি ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন যদি আহিব নোৱাৰে বিভিন্ন ৰিজনৰ কাৰণে তো তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টৰ কাৰণে আমি বেলেগ বেলেগ ধৰণৰ প্লেটফৰ্ম ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিব লাগিব so that the people will come and join easily without having any problem মানে যে ফৰ্মেল ক্লাছৰুমত কি হয় বহুত এমাউণ্ট পে কৰিব লগা হয় এটা বহুত যদি এমাউণ্ট আমি পে কৰিব লগা হয় আমি তো যাব নোৱাৰো ন ফৰ্মেল ক্লাছলৈ তাৰ কাৰণে আমি বেলেগ এল্টাৰনেটিভ ৱে লাগিব আৰু সেই এল্টাৰনেটিভ ৱেটো কোনে দিব নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন Okay, next, the advantages of non-formal education. Okay, so these are the some advantages of non-formal education. The first we have that is no rigid rules and it is flexible actually. So here, in case of non-formal education, we not need to follow the rules and regulations that are available in formal education. This is the advantage here. আমি আগতে পঢ়িছো হয় আগতে আমি পঢ়িছো যে আমি কেনেকা ধৰণৰ ৰুলছ এণ্ড ৰেগুলেশ্যন ফৰ্মেল ক্লাছৰুমত থাকে আৰু আমি কেনেকা ধৰণৰ ৰুলছবোৰ আমি ইয়াত ফলো কৰিব নালাগে ইন নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন কিন্তু এতিয়া আমি বুজি পাইছো ন যে কেনেকা ধৰণৰ ৰুলছবোৰ থাকে সো আমি এইটো কম যে এইটো এটা ফ্লেক্সিবল সিস্টেম হয় তাত যিখিনি ৰুলছ এণ্ড ৰেগুলেশ্যন ফৰ্মেল ক্লাছৰুমত থাকে উই নট নিড টু ফলো অল দ্য ৰুলছ এণ্ড ৰেগুলেশ্যন এভেইলেবল ইন দ্য ফৰ্মেল ক্লাছৰুম অৰ ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন সিস্টেম ওকে সো ইট ইজ নেক্সট এডুকেশ্যন ফৰ অল every people can join kunba joli class 9 ot erile they also can join kunba joli 80 years issa korse moi I want to continue my education from today they also can join education for all er kono casteism na thakebo er kono creed na thakebo or kono religion na thakebo no discrimination every people can join any age group any education qualification any people can join non formal education to improve their education status that is the actually very good advantage of this education system. Next, we have diversified knowledge. So, diversified knowledge means what? The in non-formal education, I mean, both ধৰণৰ subject পঢ়িব পাৰো. Different types of subjects are available in non-formal education. And different types of the subject available means I can continue my education according to my choice, according to my interest. My zero subject or interest থাকিব, I will choose that subject. I will choose that subject and I will improve my education with that subject. Okay, more diversified knowledge. More as political science possible, I can improve my knowledge on political science. My education possible, I can improve my knowledge on political science. I can gain different types of knowledge from diversified courses if I want. Because to me, political science or course that I that's an education course that free for everyone. Everything you can join any day, any course. Okay. Next, we have that is student centric. So obviously, by sitting at home, by actually staying in your own home and যদি মই ঘৰত বহি নিজৰ চইচ মতে সাবজেক্ট এটা চুজ কৰিব পাৰে it means what it is student centric okay students can avail diploma degrees and certificate here easily মানে ঠিক আছে student can avail diploma degree certificate like formal education institution আমি formal classroom কি হয় আমি এটা কোর্স কমপ্লিট কৰাৰ পাছত আমি ডিপ্লোমা পাওঁ ডিগ্ৰী পাওঁ সাৰ্টিফিকেট পাওঁ কি নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন আন্ডাৰ কিছুমান কোর্স আছে the courses are providing different types of diplomas degrees and certificates okay already আমি ডিসকাস কৰিছো যে কেনেকা ধৰণৰ কোর্স আছে আমাৰ অফলাইন ক্লাসেছত আমি যেতিয়া পঢ়ি আছিলো মানে দো it is a revision class so আমি অকন পারফেক্টলি ফোকাস কৰিব লাগে so we can adjust okay next education by sitting at home the advantage যে আমি ঘৰত বহিয়ে পঢ়িব পাৰো so by sitting at home when we can study that means it is a good advantage for us yes or no yes okay next we have the disadvantages of non-formal education so here in case of this education system we see that no formal classes available in non-formal education this non-formal education okay non-formal means combination of formal as well as informal education. If it is a combination of formal and informal education, it means what? It is non-formal education. So in non-formal education, we do not have formal classes. আমি ইনস্টিটিউশনখন যাব নালাগে, উই নট নিড টু গো টু দ্য এডুকেশ্যন ইনষ্টিটিউশ্যন। আমি তাত 6 ঘণ্টা ক্লাছ কৰিব নালাগে, আমি তাত কোনো চিলেবাছ ফ'ল' কৰিব নালাগে, ইনষ্টিটিউশ্যনলৈ গৈ আমি এটেণ্ডেঞ্চ ফ'ল' কৰিব নালাগে, ঠিক আছে। আমি টিচাৰৰ লেকচাৰ তাত গৈ শুনিব নালাগে, আমি ক্লাছবোৰ এটেণ্ড কৰিব নালাগে। চ' ইট ইজ নন হিয়াৰ, ইট ইজ এ ভেৰি disadvantage of, we can say disadvantage, but the course is like the education system is preparing like that, therefore we can say it is a disadvantage, but it is acceptable. Next, less interaction with teachers. Teacher or student, no interaction, very few, actually very less interaction is there. Standard of education is not high because it is non-formal education. Standard is not similar with formal education because at present the society is emphasizing or focusing on formal education. মানে formal education quality, formal education বুলি ক'লে যেটো ফোকাস হয় সেই স্ট্যান্ডার্ডটো আমি ইয়াত পাব নোৱাৰো। ওকে, লাৰ্নাৰ্স ৰেসপন্স ইজ নট এনকাৰেজিং। ওকে, যেনেকৈ আমি ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন চাওঁ, ষ্টুডেণ্টবোৰ যেনেকৈ ফ'কাছড হৈ থাকে সিহঁতৰ ক্লাছৰুমক লৈ, টপিকবোৰক লৈ, এভৰিৱেৰ, বাট ইন কেছ অফ নন ফৰ্মেল এডুকেশ্যন ইউ কান চি দিছ। ইয়াত লাৰ্নাৰ কি কৰে, সিহঁতৰ এনকাৰেজ নকৰে নিজকে যে মই পঢ়িব পাৰোঁ। আৰু কিছুমান আমি ডিছএডভান্টেজ এড কৰিব পাৰোঁ যে ইয়াৰ মটিভেশ্যন, ইয়াত ষ্টুডেণ্ট মটিভেটেড নহয়, students are not motivated towards these types of courses actually, because it জানিছে যে আমি ক্লাছ কৰিব নালাগে, ঘৰত থাকিব লাগে, it means কি ইয়াৰ ইম্পৰ্টেন্স we can understand. Okay, so this is all about non-formal education. You have any problem regarding this chapter of non-formal education, you can ask me. Okay, till that, thank you.